Hello, I am Pastor Stanley Kujokera, sharing from the book titled Just Got Born. No longer subject to the elements of this world. Chapter 6. Fruits of the kingdom. The fruits we bear and manifest determine and reflect the kingdom that we are subject to. We are judged by our fruits more than anything else. Jesus makes it very clear that those who are subject to him shall be known by their fruits. The kind of plant you are is identified by the fruits you produce. I remember as little kids in preparatory school, there was an orchard full of fruit trees. Amongst the fruit trees, there was one tree that looked like an orange tree. It produced fruits that were so big and attractive that they deceptively looked like oranges. One day, we decided as boys that we needed to taste the fruit from that particular tree. The orchard was always locked, meaning there was no free access. So we had to scale over the fence. Although some of us had our uniforms torn in the process, that did not stop us, for we were determined to get our hands on the fruit. There are people in life who, from a distance, seem to be children of the light. They know how to speak the language and certainly look the part. However, human senses are subject to deception. I am reminded of a story in the Bible. The prophet Samuel was instructed by God to go to Jesse's house to anoint one of his children as the future king of Israel. When the prophet saw one of Jesse's sons, who was well built and handsome, Samuel immediately thought to himself that this was the man God had chosen to lead his people. To his surprise, God turned him down because he is not interested in outward appearance. God is interested in the inner man of the heart more than anything else. The same goes for the fruit we desired from a distance. When we looked at it, we expected so much from it. We thought it was going to taste as good as it looked. We judged the fruit wrongly, for it had the worst taste we had ever experienced. It was bitter and horrible. There are some people in life who, when you draw closer to them, will greatly disappoint you. Their attitude will be so contrary to your earlier assumptions and impressions. They will be lacking greatly in the fruits of the kingdom, which we can call the fruits of the Spirit. Let this not be spoken of you and me. Who we are on the inside determines the kind of fruit we produce. Jesus says a good tree produces good fruit and a bad tree produces bad fruit. It is a question of the kind of spirit that dwells in you. The Holy Spirit will bear fruits that are Christ-like. When indwelt by the spirit of Satan, or if one is not born again, they will manifest the fruits of the flesh: lust, anger, jealousy, covetousness, among others. So, the problem is not the fruit itself, but the type or kind of fruit. Biologically speaking, we need to deal with the genetics of the plant to alter the kind of fruit it produces. Genetics gives an identity to an organism. The nature of a thing is determined by its genetic makeup. Psychologically, we can say that your value system paints a clear picture of your being. Your value system may not be easy to observe from just merely looking, but can be experienced through interactive contact. Let anyone who comes in touch with you feel a desire to be in your presence continuously. The fruits of the Spirit should be so evident that everyone around you wishes they had what you carry. Make it easy for people to identify you. Let the love of God be shed abroad in your heart. Bitterness should not be found in you. Wickedness should be far from you. Your life should be a letter handwritten by God. The joy of the Lord should be seen in your life. You should be the example of all good things. The peace and prosperity of God should be witnessed in your life. When people look at you, make it easy for them to see and find Christ through you. You are not to be just a signpost, but someone who is walking the talk. The world should learn from you what long suffering is. Patience must be observed in your life. Give the world an extraordinary experience. Expose the world to goodness. Paint such a vivid picture for the generations to come after you that they may have a blueprint of what it means to be a carrier and distributor of the fruits of the kingdom. Your life should demonstrate faith and meekness of heart.